Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Hatoful boyfriend Holiday.Star. Last time we left off, we were trying to help Mr. Nemo, or Nemo, however you say that, find his name. So let's get started. I've got something. That's impressive, Miss Hake. What is it? Hang on, I'll have to heave it up in a second. Look! An early Alice. A strawberry in the pudding. Mr. Nemo, your name is Early Alice. I don't think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's not it. Oh well. I guess there's nothing for it. Catch, release, and try again. A bite. This is a big one. It's certainly pulling quite hard. Here, let me help you. Please do. Grah! We got it. This is... Ever-bearing Alexandria? Mr. Nemo, your name is Ever-bearing Alexandria. No. I'm not a strawberry. Beggars can't be choosers, Mr. Nemo. Jeez, how stubborn can you get? Nagaki and I continue fishing for a while, but we only ever catch strawberries. Just what is Mr. Nemo's name? I guess you're not finding it. Don't start feeling down, Mr. Nemo. You'll make the rain worse. We might not find it at this rate. Maybe we should give you a new one? A new name for Mr. Nemo? Would that solve the problem? I hadn't thought of that. I guess I'm empty from the eyelids back. What? That's all we needed to do? A new name. How about Latte Lucy, Early Rosie? Why does she keep trying to give him female names? I told you, I'm not a strawberry. Oh no, I got stuck in strawberry mode by accident. I can't think of anything. What about you, Nagaki? You're leaving something that important to me. It was your idea, right? You can probably come up with a better one than I could anyway. Well, how about Hitori? Hitori? That's an odd name. I can't remember well, but I think a long time ago when I was alive, someone very important to me was named Hitori. Are you sure you want to give me a name that precious to you? I don't mind. I can't remember anyway. You might as well have it. Hitori. I'm Hitori. Yes, that's right, thank you. I can't see you, but I can tell that you are the two most wonderful birds I've ever met. I won't ever forget this. I'm not a bird. I wonder how I can thank you. Do I have anything? Oh, here, let me give you this. Please take it. Ooh. Another pretty stone. It's topaz. I feel very sunny and warm now. I always have to take a nap in the forest when I feel like this. The thoroughly carameled Hitori Nemo happily leaves the mountain. The rain has stopped. The king and the guardian deity won't have to worry about it now. The king is probably shaking and crying in the castle right about now. Let's go give him the good news. Your Highness, we're back. We're not exactly going into a friend's house, Miss Hake. Shouldn't you be a little more Decorous? Big words. Should I? I'm already thinking of the king as a friend, though. You must have an awful lot of friends. Yeah, I guess so. His Royal Highness the King. The king was very scared of the rain. The king cried. I knew it. Don't worry, Your Majesty. The rain's all gone now, so it's okay. Is it truly so? Take a look outside, sir. The king is relieved. The king was afraid the fire would go out? Oh, a fire on top of his thing. A fire? That must be the light we saw earlier. Thanks to you two, the king's land is now peaceful once more. The king has no more troubles. The king said, will you hear the king's final request? Even though you're out of troubles? The king really wants that planisphere. Mine? No, I was told not to give it away, no matter what. Puppy eyes won't help, Your Majesty. No means no. The king was very sad. Could you give the king just one star from the planisphere's face? One of the stars. The stars are represented by gemstone shards. We could probably pull one out. What do you want to do, Nageki? Even a single star is still a part of the planisphere. What do you think, Miss Hake? I suppose that's true. But the king has been giving us gems this entire time, so just one would be fine, right? I have a bad feeling about this, guys. That's reasonable enough. The king asked, will you give the king a star from the planisphere? Alright, I will. Pick one. The king said the king would like this one here. The king was very grateful. Thank you, guests from far away. You're welcome. I guess we're really done with the king's request now, Nageki. Yes. The night is almost over, Miss Hake. Let's go outside. The abyss of the night sky is a little brighter than when we get outside. The sky is so beautiful just before dawn, and I love the air at this time of day. Do you always get up before dawn, Miss Hake? A hunter has to be awake and ready before the first light touches the ground. I see. That must be tiring. Dawn. When morning comes, this dream too shall pass. Nageki, I'm really happy we got to have this adventure together, even if it was just for one night. I'll always remember this dream. Really. Cross my heart and dare to die. I'm glad I got to walk with you too. Thank you. In the real world, Nageki can never leave the school, but one day I want to take him out like this again. There's so much of the earth that I wish he could see. It's the start of a new day, Nageki. And I'll see you in the library soon. Yeah. It's dawn. Goodbye, Miss Hake. It sounds like we're leaving each other forever, jeez. This is pretty sad. ... Huh? Wait a minute. Where's the sun? What about our dramatic build-up? Dramatic build-up. That's odd. Dawn is supposed to come after pre-dawn, isn't it? Whatever you travelers talking about. Everyone knows midnight comes after pre-dawn. And after that, dusk, then midnight again, then pre-dawn, then midnight. Time swings back and forth like a pendulum, after all. The sun will not rise. The dream will never end. Did I not say be careful what you wish for? The day the night slept. Finn. Well, that's an awful cliffhanger. I'm only 9 minutes in, So I guess we can start a little bit of the second story. Well, the fourth story. So we'll be starting that now, and then we can continue it on Monday. So the next episode is The Day the Night Slept. Be prepared. This one's pretty serious and sad, and it might give you lots of feels, so I'm warning you now, before you watch this. You promised me we would go together. I thought you alone understood me. I believed in you. Why? Why? Why did you do this to me? Wahahaha. At last the day has come. The day of my final victory over you. Isa, Soma. I know you're here tonight. My heart flutters just imagining your ungainly form prostrating itself in fear before my new weapon. Look up at the night sky. The stars, the moon, they all give me their blessing in this. My decisive moment of artistry. Never mind. It seems to have clouded over. Tori is such a funny character, I swear. Can't the weather try to read the atmosphere at least a little? Come on, you ninnies. The star player has arrived at last. Show a little enthusiasm. Bah, it is of no matter. Nothing can overshadow my day of glory now. Prepare yourself for the end, Isa Soma. Flippity flap, flap, flap. Nishiki Koji Tori, the artist, the one and only, has arrived. Tremble before me, pitiful fools. Wait, no. Give applause for the glory you are about to witness. Tonight I will unveil my... Didn't I just ask for applause? What is this silliness? This is my grand entrance, you must... Everyone's asleep on the floor. I love it. What on earth is going on? Ah... Good Mr. Editor-in-Chief, I'm afraid we're in the middle of a sexy and gradual process at the moment. Could it wait? You two are Nishiki Koji Tori, right? As you can see, we're a little busy. We really don't need more problems right now, so just sit tight and hold on, kiddo. He called him kiddo! I wonder how old Leon JP is. Actually, I suppose you're not that young anymore. How rude. I still have my youthful vigor. More importantly, what is going on? This is entirely too strange. Could you fill me in a little, please? Aw, he said please. Well, would that we could? I'm assuming that was supposed to be would if we could. If any birdie here does know what's going on, please speak up. Everyone gathered here to see the total lunar eclipse, and the eclipse started. So far, everything is fine. It's just a normal school outing. But then things went wrong. When the last corner of the moon was hidden, everyone here fell asleep. Asleep. Third brain activity is normal. They're all experiencing extended period of REM sleep. REM sleep. So then, they're dreaming. It would seem so. What's the problem, then? You can just wake them up. We can't. That's the problem. REM sleep is when the body sleeps, but the brain remains awake. Normally, you can wake someone experiencing it up quite easily, but we can slap their faces and shout in their ears all we want, but they don't wake up. An entire astronomical observation group falling asleep at once. It's strange, but not unheard of. I suppose it's a form of mass hysteria. I've heard that in the past cases the birds involved have woken up by themselves when the moon became visible again. Unfortunately for us, the eclipse ended a while ago and they're still asleep. Do you suppose the clouds have something to do with that? Quite possibly. They gathered right as the eclipse ended, so we haven't seen the moon since before it started. It's awfully hard to believe. How could looking at the moon cause something like... Coming through. You really need to learn to tailor your speech to the occasion. You're completely lacking in grace and quite... something. The people here are the ones being rude. There's something wrong with a place where dawn doesn't follow pre-dawn. Nagaki and I came to this dream country, the Holiday.Star, on the night train. We got to run errands for Mr. Forward King, and we got to see our friends, and it all seemed like good fun, but when morning was coming and we thought we were going to wake up, morning didn't come. Who are you talking to? The camera, of course. These episodes weren't all released at once, so people have probably forgotten what happened last time. Being so directly aware of the camera seems a little unprofessional to me. They're breaking the fourth wall again. I love it. Whatever. It's better to give the readers a hand. Mr. King, are you in here? I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. His Royal Highness the King. This is getting old, Mr. King. You're not so cute anymore. Hello, I'm the King. Mr. King. You wretched little blob of a lemon yogurt. The King was very scared, because the human girl had come with a scary face and a fierce voice. He's shrinking, Miss Hake. Control yourself before he disappears entirely. What kind of wimp is he? Something isn't right here, Mr. King. The night isn't ending and we aren't waking up. The night does not end. You do not wake from the dream. What are you talking about? Night is followed by a new morning, and after that a new day. The King said the holiday does not end on Holiday.Star. The holiday is forever. The King asked if a new day were to come, would the holiday not have to end? Would that not be strange? We seem to have arrived at riddles. Common sense makes a very poor weapon in debates here. Well, in that case, how can we get home? The King said there is no returning from the journey you've taken. You should know this well. The dead can never return to life. He got scary again for a second. Where did that come from? What do you mean, Mr. King? Isn't this just some happy dream theme park or something? The King said, this is the land of dreams. This is where the birds who have died wait dreaming for the end of eternity. And that would make sense for me, but... Your Majesty, not all of the birds here are dead. And there's a living human right here. We didn't do anything aside from watching the eclipse, right? Maybe we got hit by a gigantic meteor? If we died that suddenly, we might arrive in the land of the dead while still alive? Sometimes, not often, but sometimes someone arrives here a little early. But the King is kind, and so is always happy to entertain those who need wait for proper citizenship. No thank you! Let's leave already, Nagaki. Do you think we should? This does seem like the place for me. And let's go back to the school. You don't need some pushy king who forces people into staying in his country either. Indeed. I can't say I like it much. We can get back to the school on the train we took here, right? We'll go home whether you want us to or not. Don't bother to see us off. The King said the train will not come. Why not? The night will not end. There's no station. and the train will not come. I don't follow the logic. Is that really surprising given who's given who's talking to you? I've had enough. We're finding a way out on our own. Well, that sounded really cool, but how are we gonna get out? The station we arrived at was right around... There's nothing here. It's gone. Seems so. Maybe it stops a little at a different platform when it goes the other way. But I don't see any platforms anywhere. Excuse me. Citizens of this land? Yes, miss. We are perfectly normal tourists, and we've come here... What? We came here to to sightsee. I can't read today, I'm so sorry. Oh, how wonderful. This is a very nice place. You're welcome to move in. No, we're here to sightsee. We don't want to stay. Is that right? Have you thought about staying permanently, then? Stop repeating yourself. What should we do, Nagaki? This is like verbal dodgeball. I think we have to find our own way out, like you said. And now, we need to figure out what to do. Can you just wait for it to clear up again? Even if it doesn't, shouldn't sunlight work just as well? No, we can't. We've got a time limit, you see. What do you mean? Avian brains are unstable things, barely out of a period of rapid, unnatural development. And right now, everybody on the ground here is suffering from a disconnect between their brains and their bodies. If we leave them for too long, they won't be able to wake up again. They'll be stuck dreaming until they die. That said, I don't know what will happen with the human. What? So they become vegetables? Isa Soma, you cretin. Wake up! If you're going to slip into an eternal dream, least you can do, least do it after being appropriately awed by my artistry. He's so ridiculous. I want to head back in. Do I have your permission? Do you understand what you're saying, Sakazaki Yuya? Head in. Into the world of dreams. I'm a messenger of dreams. Sounds pretty romantic, doesn't it? One of the victims, Shirogane Sakuya, is a relative of Sakazaki's. Sakazaki can synchronize with his brain waves to access his dreams if he follows the right procedures. It's a very strange thing. Everyone here is seeing the exact same dream, almost like a field trip of the soul. Last time I went in, I confirmed a few of them aside from Sakuya, and I suspect that if I can spur them into action directly, we can get them out of there. Your job here is to take a hit for your younger brother. Can you promise me that you'll act with discretion? Yes, sir. I can. Understood. Your orders, Sakazaki, are to enter the dream through Shirogane Sakuya, extract the people trapped inside, and pull out. That's what she said. This will only be a success if everyone comes out alive. And that includes you, Sakazaki Yuya. Yes, sir. Wait a minute. What's in that bottle? Is that stuff legal? And those are sleeping pills. Yes. He's about to enter someone else's dream. If he wants to get in, he doesn't have much of a choice. This isn't something to do on a whim. Gah. This can't possibly be good for you. Don't come crying to me if you start experiencing embarrassingly personal side effects. Everything has a price. If you've got a goal in mind, you'd better be prepared to pay up. Here are the electrodes. I'll be keeping an eye on the monitor. You ready, Sakazaki Yuya? Yes, sir. Arg. Jeez. Fine, I get it. I'll help too. Why are you so angry all of a sudden? I'm not angry. I just can't stand being here with you two stealing all the dramatic roles. Let me do something too. You want to get rid of those clouds, yes? Can you do something about them? Just who do you think I am? I'm the man once known as the Crawler. The Crawler? The formal head of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division. And now I go by the Champion Bad Guy. I am the greatest advisor in the artistic research sector. Nishiki Koji Tori. I swear, this man's name is... It's taking its toll on me. It's so long, I feel like I'm gonna mispronounce it soon. Do you think my new weapon can't handle a few punky clouds? Oh, I read that as punky. That was puny. I see. Certainly sounds impressive. How soon can you be ready? Wind speed, air temperature, humidity. Once I've collected some meteorological data, my calculations will be simple. Give me 20 minutes and I shall unveil my masterpiece. So, you'll be cracking the dream from the outside while I go in from the inside? Sounds good. I'm going under. Adieu. And next time we will see how everything goes and whether everyone wakes up or not. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend.